We're joined now by Rachel Massey, who is 21 weeks pregnant and had a gender reveal party at the weekend, and journalist Helen Croydon, morning Helen, who thinks that the parties that the parents are giving are just kind of gloating about fertility, which is harsh, but you're entitled to the view. We'll come to you in a second. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
How many weeks when you found out what you were having?
I found out on Saturday.
On Saturday, and that's when you had the party?
Yeah.
Oh, so
what was it like? Yeah, what was your party like? How did you do it?
So my husband's in the forces, and I've got a son already who's 3, and when we found out we was expecting him and he was a boy, my husband received a call, and that was his way of finding out. And
is this your party? Is this you?
yeah, this is me, my husband and my son.
Right. Oh. So you're having a little boy again?
No, I'm having a girl.
Having a girl?
Yeah, so my friend arranged for a big balloon.
The clues with the clues
Yeah,
with the pink,
with the
isn't it?
pink.
Yeah.
So gender neutral that you just think pink and blue, it could be either. I love that.
So we had confetti and powder paint. I had the scan on Thursday. The sonographer wrote in an envelope, girl or boy. I gave it to my friend, and I popped the balloon, had no idea.
And it was great fun, was it? You had a good time?
It was really, really nice. So we don't live anywhere near our family, so all of our family came up, and it was more of a celebration, not let's get gifts and...
I was telling Kate earlier that when we had our 4th child, I mean, Judy had 2 by her first marriage, and then we had a little boy called Jack, and then Judy got pregnant very quickly again. It was an accident. Sorry, Chloe, but you were, and you know it. And I remember a Saturday, about 21 to 22 weeks in, Judy had had the test, and the phone went downstairs. I was still in bed, and she picked it up, and I heard her just sort of almost scream with excitement, and she came running up the stairs, bum, 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 into the room, and she said, "It's a girl." And now, if there had been gender parties back then, we would have had one that night. We would have got the neighbours around, Judy's mother around, we would have got friends around, we would have had one because we were so excited and so happy. What's wrong with them?
Oh, God, now I'm going to feel like I'm going to ruin all your party now. Now you've all got excited about it, so I'm going to be the baddie now.
No, go on, say what you think.
I just
But
think...
you're not alone. We've had a lot of messages agreeing with what you're going to say.
OK, good. So, I don't think we can expect people to care that much. I mean, it's 50-50 whether you're going to have a boy or a girl. So the fact that you're celebrating implies that, OK, if it was the opposite gender, would you not celebrate anyway? So if you knew you were going to have a girl, would you not have celebrated? And I just think it is consumerism gone mad, and we have so many of these parties and celebrations that revolve around the family and the couple and these sort of ceremonious life milestones, like we have the engagement and then the wedding and then now, then the
baby, now the gender.
Well, now the gender party,
shower.
then comes the baby shower, then comes the christening. And I just think there's a certain amount of smugness about it. I think it would be a lot better if we celebrated things that are personal to our friends. So, for instance, I'm not married and I don't have children, and so I've never had an engagement or a hen do or any of these. But I've never asked any of my friends to buy me presents. I'm very low maintenance. But I had, I find that a lot of my friends don't afford the same precedent to when I celebrate something that's really important to me. So, for instance, I turned 40 recently, and I had a 40th birthday. Now, to me, I think this is a big thing. I've not had a wedding. I've not had an engagement. And there was lots of people whose weddings I went to, christenings I'd been to, and they didn't come. And I think, there's this... We need to get around this ceremonious part and just celebrate things that are important. I don't think you can accuse her of forcing people to come to her gender party. They came because they wanted to have a good time and they were happy.
So a lot of mine was family. We used to live near Brighton, so they all came up. We had like a lovely celebration. It was a barbecue. We all paid for it ourselves, except for my friend with the balloon. But it was all done on us. We told people no gifts.
OK, and everybody was happy.
We don't want any gifts.
The gifts, see, that's the bit that I have an issue with.
I think it's the commercialisation that you don't like. There are now companies making printed invites to these things and napkins, and it maybe feels a bit to you, does it, like, the commercialisation of Valentine's Day and big business getting involved.
Yeah, and it is the fact that it's all centred around, like, the family and the couple. And also, it's a bit insensitive for people that haven't got... See, I've never wanted all that, so I'm fine with that. But there's some people who can't have children or haven't met their partner, and it's a bit insensitive
let me put a scenario... Well, you don't have to go. Let me put a scenario to you. Your best friend calls you up in half an hour from now, and she says, I didn't tell you this because I wanted to keep it, but I'm pregnant. And you go, oh, you wanted to get pregnant for so long, this is fantastic. And you would say, anybody would say, do you know what it's going to be? And what if she said to you, I do actually. I've got the findings in my hand, and you know what? I'm having a party tonight because I'm so excited. Will you come? I bet you'd go.
I would if it was my best friend.
Well, there you are then. Well, strangers
people don't only invite their best friends. I know you only invited your family, but a lot of these parties that we're hearing about in America, they're inviting like everyone and having these big cakes, and they're making it into a thing, which I think is just the equivalent of putting. It's one step worse than putting your pregnancy pictures on Facebook and Instagram. But it's expecting everyone to share your very personal moment, and I just don't think.
Well, you don't have to. You can say, "No, I'm doing my hair tonight."
I would if it was my best friend, of course I would, but I wouldn't just go if it was an acquaintance.
Go on, last word to you.
But surely, if it's out of their own pocket and it's not causing harm to anybody, why shouldn't they? Why can't they have that celebration with their friends and family and anyone close by?
I'm with you. Laura says via Facebook, me and my husband knew the sex and nobody else did. It was nice to have something that only we knew. Each to their own, though, she says. Any more?
Another ridiculous idea, just like proms for 16-year-olds and baby showers, says Heidi. And Laura says, I had a gender reveal. It was so nice for everyone to come together. So I guess it's the way you do it, maybe. And if you're cross with your friends for not celebrating 40th, I'm cross with them for not doing that. I think that you need to look at your friends. It seems a bit mean all round, really. They should have come.
Anyway,
they should have come.
Well done. You played the curmudgeon very well. If you don't mind me saying so.